We're about to go on a tour of the district. We invite you to join us to hear information about the bond election that has been called for November 4th. Whether you are a parent, staff member, or community resident, we hope this video can be your guide in understanding how this proposal could impact the students of MISD. More than 80 parents, educators, and community members served on the Facility Planning Committee. One of their meetings took place right here, where they began building the recommendation you'll hear about in this video. The committee meetings were held at schools across the district. Each time, they were reminded of their charge to bring forward a fiscally responsible recommendation that prioritizes the most critical needs. The result is a proposal from the Planning Committee that is meant to address MISD's current and projected growth, aging facilities, and end-of-life items like HVAC systems, buses, and technology for students and staff. The proposal is well below MISD's bond capacity and is not expected to increase the tax rate. The proposed projects are divided into 3 propositions.
Our community is growing. We see it every day when we go out to the grocery store or visit local restaurants. That growth is also happening in our schools. Our enrollment the last time we had a successful bond 10 years ago was 8,443 students. This August, we already have an enrollment of more than 11,575 students. MISD is projected to grow by about 350 new students each year for the next 5 years. All those new students mean more of everything, like classroom spaces and buses. This August, we've had 640 more students riding the bus than at the start of school last year. To address this growth, proposed projects in this proposition include a new elementary school, buses to continue the district's replacement cycle, the purchase of land as part of the district's long-range plan for future school sites, technology infrastructure, safety and security projects, and renovations and expansions to the transportation facility and student ag barn. Proposition A proposed projects also address our aging facilities. Midlothian High School renovations and capital improvements are proposed for the portion of MHS that was built 55 years ago in 1970. This project includes widening hallways, expanding classroom square footage, and replacing aging and failed plumbing that is original to the building and has resulted in non-functioning restrooms. Built in 1985, there are also proposed projects at Frank Seal Middle School that include renovations and capital improvements to address building design and functionality, as well as aging mechanical equipment that replacement parts are no longer manufactured for. Restroom renovations and elevator replacements to address ADA accessibility at Mount Peak, Long Branch, and Vitoski Elementary Schools are also proposed. Additionally, Proposition A addresses district-wide capital improvements to replace aging HVAC systems, paving and grading repairs, flooring, paint, and other general maintenance of our existing facilities.
Proposition B proposes to build Phase 1 of a Career and Technical Education Center to add capacity for existing programs and new courses. Currently, students attend some of their CTE courses at the Mile. Opening this innovative campus in Midlothian ISD has been one of my career highlights. The Mile houses a number of the district's career and technical education programs, as well as our high school credit recovery program, or LEAP. More than 850 students attend classes at the Mile, and over 3,000 students across the district are enrolled in a CTE course held at our traditional high schools. Enrollment at the Mile has grown by 58% since 2023-24. Today, the Mile offers classes in culinary arts, cybersecurity, engineering, entrepreneurship, law, and video game design. Phase 1 of a new CTE facility would expand courses. If approved by voters, the new center would add more space for current programs, but also make room for future programs based on our students' interest and local workforce needs. Potential courses could include automotive, aviation, drone technology, and cosmetology. As a reminder, Proposition A includes a CTE project as well, the expansion of our ag facility. Beginning in 3rd grade, some MISD students raise animals like cows, pigs, sheep, and rabbits. The bond would allow for the district to add space for more students to raise their animals and include safety upgrades like updated gates and doors for the program.
Proposition C proposes to fund new technology devices for staff and students across the district. These devices would replace equipment that has reached the end of their useful life and to accommodate growing enrollment. Because technology has a shorter lifespan, bond funds used for these type of items are repaid on a shorter schedule.
By law, bond funds may only be used for items like new buildings, renovations, land, technology, buses, and other capital improvement projects approved by voters. The district repays the debt over time, including interest. Bond funds cannot pay for day-to-day expenditures, including teacher salaries. MISD's adopted tax rate for 2025-26 did not increase. With the state-mandated compression, the overall rate is slightly lower than last year's rate. Even with the proposed bond projects that will be on the November 4th ballot, our district's tax rate would remain among the lowest in the region. MISD is one of just a couple of school districts in our area that grants its residents a 10% local homestead exemption for taxpayers. For the average homeowner in MISD, that's a savings on their 2025 tax bill. And this November, subject to voter approval, the state's homestead exemption will increase from $100,000 to $140,000, lowering the taxable value for homeowners. Homeowners 65 years and older can freeze their taxes by applying for an exemption. Those taxes will remain frozen unless they make substantial improvements to their homes. For most homeowners in MISD, these homestead exemptions will mean their 2025 tax bill is lower than it was in 2024. The bond proposal was developed by the Facility Planning Committee, members who are your neighbors and residents of our community. But the community's work is not complete. If voters approve this bond proposal, the board will invite a group of community members to serve on a committee that will help monitor how bond funds are spent. They will help the board meet its goals for transparency and financial accountability.
We hope this video helped you understand the facts about the proposed bond projects. For more detailed information, visit the district website at midlothianisd.org/bond2025. No matter how you vote, your voice matters. To take part in this election, be sure you are registered to vote by October 6th. Early voting begins on October 20th, and Election Day is November 4th. Thank you for watching and for being a part of our school community.